Senator Kingibe dumps Labour Party for the ADC. And Senator Ireti Kingibe, representing the Federal Capital Territory, has formally resigned from the Labour Party and declared her defection to the African Democratic Congress ahead of the 2027 general elections. Speaking to journalists in Abuja, Kingibe described her switch as a deliberate and calculated move, promising to make her official induction into ADC a public celebration. Kingibe cited the deep internal crisis and existence of two factions within Labour Party as a legal basis for her defection, asserting it aligns with constitutional provisions. She emphasized that the presence of distinct factions meets the constitutional requirement for switching parties without losing her Senate seat. Even INEC got two sets of results, she noted, questioning which faction she was expected to remain loyal to. Expressing her confidence in ADC's growth, Kingibe likened the party to a child still learning to work but full of potential. She reaffirmed her commitment to the new party, stating her decision was rooted in law and principle, not opportunism. I am totally and completely committed to ADC, she stated. Her comrade DZ Warmate, what is your take on the defection of Senator Ireti Kingibe from Labour Party to ADC?
Ireti Kingibe defection to ADC is a demonstration of her failure as the representative of the FCT, good people of the FCT. Otherwise, and she's scared of the capacity and political sagacity of the FCT minister. I can recall that she went recently on one of the TV stations. Decision of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the appointment of the FCT minister. Now she's scared. That's why she ran away from the Labour Party. Otherwise, if the party is having issue, as a leader of the party, what are you supposed to do? Are you not supposed to see how the crisis can be resolved? Rather, you ran away. And she has also confirmed my position that the ADC cannot fly because she said, yes, it's a baby. How, when will it take? It's necessary that you conduct before you grow to the point of facing Nigerian political system. It's not a day's job. So she has concurred with me that ADC will not fly. If at all any opposition will fly, they would have joined PDP. But it is unfortunate that the party that has given her that leverage to today be a senator, she abandoned the party. Because let me tell you, she did not win the election because she was popular. She won the election because Nigerians were tired and wanted a certain presidency. And it was on that privilege she won the election. And today you said, same people that gave you that privilege, you want to move to another party without proper consultation. It's unfortunate. That tells you why she's not even flowing with the FCT minister, going up saying that the president is the worst mistake the president made is to appoint the FCT minister as FCT minister, as FCT minister. The worst mistake FCT resident like us made is to vote FCT ministers against Philip Aduda. She has done nothing for the people of FCT as compared to Philip Aduda when he was in the Senate. She's an epitome of a failed senator. So she shouldn't cover her failure by decamping from Labour Party to ADC. Why did she remain there? And she said the FCT minister is a mistake. He says the Tinubu made the worst mistake by appointing him. It is the FCT resident that made the worst mistake by letting hands. Because all we keep hearing is excuses and fighting with the FCT minister. Look at what the FCT minister is doing in FCT today. One of the best decisions the president has made is the appointment of His Excellency Wike as the FCT minister. The FCT people are so happy with the decision of the president as regards Wike's appointment. So a statement is very, very correct.
All right, very well.
And I'm moving to blame of her cowardice and her failure. She wants to.
All right.
That is what I can say about at the camp. Otherwise, you have issue in your family. You have not even made attempt to resolve it. You are running away. Is that the solution? So if they have such issue in ADC, they should run away. It's shameful. It's high time our politicians become principled.
All right, Comrade DZ Womet, you've made you've made strong statements. You've made strong statements with regards to Senator Ireti Kingibe, and you also said that she has not done anything, you know, in the FCT. But you know, Senator Ireti Kingibe, while addressing that concern, said that she's merely a senator, and that the bulk of responsibility falls on the FCT minister. Now, what do you have to say to that? She said she is merely a senator. While she can do the little that she can do, the bulk of the responsibility falls on the FCT minister and not on her as a senator.
You see, that is also very wrong. It's not the bulk of the work fall on the FCT minister. The FCT minister is doing his own as the representative of the president. You as a senator, on the floor of the Senate, there are concerns being raised by the residents and indigenes of FCT. On the floor of the Senate, how far have you been able to conscientize your colleagues? Let me use the word we normally use in our student politics days. Have you been able to authorize your colleagues to let them know the sufferings and the yearnings of the people, the citizens and residents of FCT? That is what we are talking about. We are not talking about Ireti Kingibe. Of course, as a legislator, you are not supposed to go up the bridges, the FCT minister is doing the road and this. That is not the work of a legislator. We understand that. But how much of the sufferings of the residents of FCT and indigenous that the senators, the 109, they just enter their SUV and drive to their offices? Have you brought them to the consciousness of what people at the satellite towns of FCT are suffering? What have you done about the skyrocketing house rents in the FCT? The poor transport system in the FCT? What have you done on the floor of the Senate? What bill have you passed that has protected and projected the interests of the average indigene of the FCT and residents? That is what we're talking about. So she shouldn't, that's why I say she's hiding like the FCT minister to cover up her failures. She has not been a good representative of the FCT residents and indigene. That is the truth. We are not saying that big bridges. We have issues that we need the Senate to address. Have you brought it on the floor of the Senate? Have you lobbied your colleague to ensure that that concern is being given the desired and required attention? All
right.
That's what we're talking about.
All right.
And she has not done it. Has she moved? That it has seen the process of legislative has gone through the legislative process to the point of becoming a bill. I've not seen any. That is what we're talking about.
All right.
You shouldn't hide on the guys of as a legislator. I cannot do that. No, we need to hear your voice.
All right, Comrade DZ Womet. Now, looking at that, I want us to look at the political implications of this move by Senator Ireti Kingibe. I mean, moving from or cross-carpeting from Labour Party to the ADC. Now, you are a resident of the FCT. What's the level of acceptance of ADC in the FCT? What is the level of acceptance? And going by the level of acceptance in the FCT, would you say that this move by Senator Ireti Kingibe is a smart move or a political suicide, as it were?
It is a political suicide. It wasn't a smart move. And the performance of the FCT, the presence of the ADC in FCT. So FCT residents and indigenous are not even looking at ADC. They are looking at majorly the FCT minister's party, that is PDP, and considering a little of APC because of the president took a reasonable or the most reasonable decision of appointing the FCT. So that is what they are looking at. APC that's non-existence in FCT. That is the truth. And for the FCT minister, you know, she said she will be a one-time senator. I can assure you of that. People here, FCT indigenous and residents that voted that are complaining and are saying that they regretted not voting Philip Aduda back and bringing someone that has not been a true representative of the FCT indigenous and residents. So she's not coming back. I can tell you for a fact, because the FCT residents are complaining seriously, and she's hiding from soiled relationship with the FCT minister to cover up all poor representation. So it is that's why I say it's a political suicide and a political misstep for her to move to ADC, and also not only that, a poor performance.
All right, very well.
Sure, and not returning.